Hey y'all, it's Day. So, I haven't done a reading in a while, and I'm very content with that. However, I love doing my readings, but I'm popping on here to say, I've been getting a lot of, downloads or information over the last couple of weeks, so I would like to take some time to share some of that. And what's prompting me to do this is I was just observing my area, and I just noticed these birds that are in my area. And sometimes during the year here, worms will come up out of the ground and they'll try to cross the pavement, and then if the timing's not right and the sun comes out, they'll get fried on the pavement. And sometimes at some point of the year, it'll be so many worms and they're everywhere. And me and my partner was thinking, what, how come the birds aren't just out here in droves eating all these worms? And I was like, maybe something is going on. Maybe that's a natural process or something that happens and they just know not to eat it or something. And we're just maybe. But as for right now, there's not a whole lot of worms, just a few of them. And I noticed these birds, they prefer to walk, and they were just walking around. And I noticed a parent bird feeding the other two birds, because the other two birds, I didn't know that they were still babies, because they have become basically the same size as the parent. However, there are some slight discolor. Now that I know, I can see that they are babies, but size wise I didn't think that they were babies. So I was just observing these birds. The bird was going and just walking around, and then it would find something, and I thought it was just eating for itself, but then I noticed it started giving to the other ones. Then it would just walk around and find another worm, and the babies are kind of doing their own thing a little bit. They're exploring as well, so they'll let the mom walk off a distance, and then they'll fly to her, and they'll just be in the area. Then they'll start exploring, doing their own explorations. Then they'll notice she's far away again, and then they'll fly to her. So I'm noticing this, and I noticed one of the birds found their own worm. So I was just that, accompanied with today and yesterday, one of the stray cats in our neighborhood, she had babies, and she's been pregnant. She was so pregnant a month ago, and we were just watching her belly grow. And then I was just we weren't completely 100% sure if she was pregnant or if she just ate a lot, but we realized that she really was pregnant. And she still came around, but one day her stomach was gone. Her stomach was gone, but she still came around to eat. And we were like, did she have babies or did she not? She has to have babies. And we didn't see them for weeks. So there was some speculation of whether or not she was pregnant. Did they survive? Did she lose the whole litter? Because she was very young when she got pregnant. So we were just kind of thinking maybe the first litter is not okay or whatever. So basically 4 weeks passed, and she pops out with her 4 babies. They're all different colors, and she's just out letting them get exposure to the air, to the elements, let them see things. They're still very much tight to her. They stay very close to her. They don't wander on their own, of course, but she's just bathing them and things. And so as I'm observing these birds and then thinking of that and this, the message that was coming through is that because I was oh, they're in the field. So if you have resonated with maybe a job or schooling or some kind of experience where you're in a training room, you're in a what's it called, a controlled room, you're experimenting, but it's controlled. Maybe you've been practicing something, but it's only been in a certain arena or a certain space. Maybe you've been doing anything like an exercise, a skill or something, but it's kind of been under wraps, or it's been under a certain supervision or authority, something like that. And spiritual team is saying like we're about to, or we are currently in the field, depending on who you are and who this reading is for. So like we're in this next stage that we're beginning right now. We're going to be out in the field, so we're going to be expanding or being called to expand our horizons, to reach out for more, to maybe ask for feedback or something like that, to get out in the field truly. Like we've learned enough, we've utilized our skills, we've embodied enough, and our spiritual team trusts us to follow that out, or to use, or to do, or to be that thing in bigger spaces. So as you guys know, with nature, everything is kind of like a challenge. So babies, the birthing process, like the mom could have complications, the baby could have complications, but you make it through that. And now she's like letting them be in the, like letting them have a little bit of exposure. But a couple of days ago, she was in a face-off with a fox who was trying to come get her babies. And her partner, the one that got her pregnant, he was there too. So, but it's just like, okay, you get through that, you work through that, you find a different hiding space or whatever you're gonna do, but there's always another challenge. But there's also this energy of having a level of tolerance or appreciation for where you are right now, but also knowing that like there is this guiding hand over you, over your life, over you as you do your work, as you do what you are called to do, as you do what you desire to do that's in alignment with your values, things like that. So if you're wanting expansion in any area of your life that's important to you, this reading may be for you. And we are out in the field, and our spiritual teams are guiding us through that process as well. I want to pull from both of these decks. I'm not sure if I'll get to both of them though. So using the Threads of Fate Oracle Shadow Edition, angels, guides, ancestors, God, source, and benevolent energies, I stand in truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So the first thing that comes out is ask body. Ask body. So being in tune with yourself, being in tune with your body is going to be very, proved to be very resourceful during these times. I've talked about this a lot and in detail in previous readings, but definitely if you have been taking notes and you've just been recognizing your life experiences and what life is asking of you right now, and this reading is for you, then spiritual team is kind of like, it's like if you're getting out on the field, they're like fasten your seatbelt type of energy, or like fasten your harness type of energy, or put your helmet on. And it's not like you're gonna be in collisionist or volatility. It's just like, we're in the lab, put on your coat, put on the gloves, you're going in. It's that type of energy, like I'm about to get to work. I'm in the lab, that type of energy. So underneath ask body, we have movement, and it's coming out in reverse. Movement. Okay. I'm hearing the word universal, and the way that it feels is like everything and everyone is required or having to shift in some way, shape, or form. Right now is an adjustment period, and it's interesting because it's kind of like an opportunity type. It's giving opportunity type vibes as well. Like right now is a good window for anybody and everybody as far as what moves they want to step, what progressive steps that they want to take, what ways that they want to elevate their lives, how they want to experience things. And so especially if you feel like you're kind of concerned about the changes or the shifts that you're going through right now, something about it is giving lower level or underworld type of energy. Oh, and I'm hearing the word nostalgic. So something that's kind of like older timelines are calling you, reaching out to you, or beckoning you. Like, do you answer to that name still? Huh? It's like, it's that type of energy. Like, what do you answer to? Do you answer to something different now? Do you answer to the same thing you've always answered to? Or like, what about your name, or something is changing? Your name, your title, your position, your personal identity, your self-concept. It's giving. And something about that, like personal identity and how you choose now, or how you choose to choose now moving forward. How does that reflect, or how are you communicating through your actions what you want, what you truly want, what you truly desire with this in reverse? Like I said, it was giving underworld. Very interesting. And that's why Ask Body came out, because you need to be rooted. You need to be aligned, I'm hearing. You need to be connected to yourself, your inner authority, I'm hearing. That is like a part of your truest, most authentic identity, self-concept. Let's see. Then we have Creator coming out, and it came out in reverse. Creator. Very interesting. Okay, so there's this, there was this quote that I came across that was speaking to the fact that abundance is our natural state. And I've had some conversations about how we get in our own way, and how when I am doing a personal reading for someone, and I'm inquiring on the energy, how I sometimes get to, in different ways, understand more of our spiritual team's perspective, and why they have the perspective that they have. Sometimes when we're doing readings and someone is definitely like going through it and they want answers, sometimes the answers, although it will have a certain quality or texture and substance to it, it may be more light. It feels really light, like it's a more aerial view of what they're actually experiencing. So sometimes for them it may not resonate, or there's like a large gap between how they see things being different for them, or how things can change, or that possibilities are available to them. So me knowing what the perspective is and continuously getting insight on that perspective, there's this energy of some of us could fall victim to not understanding that the shifts that are happening, while they may be more than an inconvenience, right? Seemingly, because it forces us to have to change and rearrange not just something frivolous, but our lives. So it's giving me the energy of, say you are someone that is used to having your own personal vehicle to get to and from places. And, that's just how you've lived your life. When you need to go somewhere, you go somewhere. If you don't want to go anywhere, you don't go anywhere. You go on your own time. And say life happens where you're not able to have a vehicle for whatever reason. The energy of the message is something about your movement. You're going to have to move differently. It's the way you choose to go about getting from point A to point B. And something about these shifts are going to be affecting that. And the other aspect of that is it feels more socially than it does like the car situation. But the car situation is speaking to, like, say you're going from not having that having that independence of having your own vehicle to maybe now you have to ride the bus to get to where you need to. Like, that's a big difference. That's a huge difference. That's a learning curve as well. And you might have to change what time you go to sleep. Well, obviously, probably. There's so many just factors and things that you have to change. So that's what I'm speaking to, as far as like, this is so inconvenient, and I have it's just like the gap is just like, you almost can't even phantom like having to deal with this ordeal. For some people, I mean, more than others. Like, some people are just like Gemini, like they are versatile, they can change, they can switch the tempo. So if you're in that energy, ooh, you're looking so good. But yeah, with this underworld type of energy, is just like, something about it is kind of our lower levels calling out to us again. So like bad habits, bad ways of living, or poor, ineffective ways of living, like not progressive ways of living, or there's an energy of just like, how things can feel counterintuitive, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good for you, type of energy. Yeah, so with the Creator coming out in reverse, there's this energy of like truly co-creating. Something about it upright is like, I know that I'm not the creator. I know that I'm not solely responsible for how my life turns out all the time in every aspect. And I allow abundance and grace into my life through the ideology, or the perspective that through my ability to allow or know the fact that everything is not my responsibility. And I'm not talking about in regards to other people. It's just like how we feel the need to control narratives, how we feel the need to control how we're perceived, how we feel the need to control work dynamics, or our finances, or whatever. with the Creator coming out in reverse, there's an energy of like a true collaboration where we know what's in our control. We're very aware and rooted in what is in our control and what's not, and we feel confident checking in with our energy body and our physical body to further confirm our sustainability levels with whatever we're doing, thinking, believing, taking action on, or inactions on. Yeah. And then the under the deck energy was get wild, and there's this energy of like allowing yourself to be more wild, like as in be more of your authentic self, be more expressive, be more you outwardly, like love yourself out loud through your actions, that you show up for yourself. Or if other people in the room don't give you, like, don't fan your flame, you're not like dwindling, because you're really rooted in yourself. If other people give you like try to undermine you, like you still know who you are. That's a very huge benefit of being in touch with your physical and energetic body. You're tuned in with yourself, and you have cultivated a relationship with yourself so much that it says, I trust myself. I trust myself. And if you're wanting an introductory on how to do that, it's not so much about just like, sometimes we try to get into certain energies where it's like we went from being insecure to like, I'm the baddest bitch, I'm the baddest. Like, why would you ever set yourself up? Not that you're not the baddest or you can't be the baddest. I'm just saying, like, sometimes we try to like force confidence when we really need to like cultivate it and allow the water to rush over it, like the waves. Like, you know how water, like if it's moving it, how it will like smooth rocks, or it will create some kind of pattern on rocks. It's like allowing it to be a process type of energy. But yes, indeed, we are moving in that direction. So like being intentionally delusional, like you understand, like you're not delusional as in yay delusional, you are, but you are, because we can't take certain things away from him, as disturbing as he has continued to become. Or not him, his actions, because we don't understand it, and we typically are afraid of what we don't understand. So maybe I don't know, who's to say? I don't know, but yeah. And then under the deck energy, ancestors. This may be an invitation for whoever naturally feels called to engage with their, or commune with their ancestors, their spiritual team. Yeah, that would be a huge resource in this coming times for whoever this reading is for. Then we have the Seeker. Love this. The Seeker. His hands. This is one of my favorites in the deck. With the teeth can represent wisdom. In common dream interpretation, teeth falling out can be interpreted as somehow tied to the identity, someone's identity. I mean, yeah, teeth represent or symbolize identity. Everybody is like, that's a huge thing. People care about their smiles or care about others' smiles. First impressions type vibes. But yeah, so the Seeker coming out in reverse, I'm hearing the word understanding. Seeker. seeker. Very interesting energy. I feel like this card has so much to say, but it's just like it's kind of like on that let me cook energy. Angels, guides, ancestors, God, goddesses, and benevolent energies of sin and truth and love. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for the protection. Please continue to guide and protect us as we walk our path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have connect to heart. Connect to heart in reverse. I'm hearing the word tragic. Like the way that it's coming through is like, so they're telling us the benefits of doing whatever, and it's like failure to connect to the heart, tragic. That's the way it's coming through, like tragic. And the way that these benefits are also coming through is kind of like, if you can do this, that would be a flex. If you can do this, that would be a flex. But it was coming through, as I said, a resource. Like it's going to be a flex as in this skill, this ability to do this, to commit to that, to follow through on that. This would be a flex, like very true. It will prove to be very resourceful over time. Love that. Yeah, so then we have connect to heart in reverse. That is what may trip some of us up, whoever this reading is for, not being able to identify when or how to connect to the heart during certain circumstances. And then we have release also in reverse. So some of us, whoever this reading is for, it's another group that's kind of like, there's a group of people that are definitely going to do this, and regardless of what group you're in, spiritual team feels confident that you can do it. But like there's a group that's just like definitely going to do this, and there's a group that's like susceptible to not being able to finish this through or follow through on it.